This is a new game from the developer of Luck Be A Landlord. Oh, you know, only one of my favorite games of all time. Coming out with a game called Maze Mice, which is a weird Pac-Man roguelike time stop kind of blend. Haven't really seen a game like this before, but you play as a little mouse. It runs through the Pac-Man maze, collecting orbs for XP. XP bar is shown at the top. I'm now level 5. Every time I level up, I get to upgrade stuff, almost kind of Vampire Survivor style, such as upgrade my prison. I have rotating beams around me, and this would allow me to get one more rotating beam for the trifecta, and you slowly level up and become more powerful. And actually, power becomes more powerful than you think. I got static charge. Enemies gain static charge for each tile traversed. When an enemy takes damage, each static charge deals 1 damage and is removed. So the more they move, the more they eventually take damage. They kind of build up damage, but eventually this laser beam will hit them, and when it does, it will hurt. So keep running away from these cats right now. I think I also want knitting needles. Shoot some homing damage, 8 of them that deal 12 damage each, but there's like a cooldown, so it only shoots every 3 seconds or so. But if I could get some sort of synergy with that, that'd be great. Actually, these, call me crazy, I'm actually not in love with these items, so I'm actually going to use my little reroll token. Take that right there. And I guess I could make recycling show up more frequent since I'm out of recycling. I guess I have 1 now, but want to hang in there. Oh, there's also a little floating cat enemy. These are the devil. They just pass through walls and actually box you in such frustrating ways. I'm going to take another prism beam. It doubles its DPS. Deals 50 damage per second now, so it's a good little beam. I guess this is rotating clockwise. I should be moving counterclockwise just to get the most value out of the beams. It's just the way this is set up encourages me to go move beam clockwise. So I'm actually going to wrap through the side of the map, a little Pac-Man style. Seems to be a few different types of XP. There is the giant XP, tiny XP, and there's a medium XP in there as well. There'll also be other colors. See, I really want to get to the big ass orb, but floaty cats are blocking my way. See if I can get away with this right here. Perfect. I'm actually going to upgrade popcorn right here. It neglects any damage that's hit from me. We haven't had any enemies hit me yet, but when they do, you'll see how that may affect my HP bar. However, I think popcorn will have something to do with that first. Also notice the cats are dying, but they get stronger over time. Bottom left corner shows the cat HP at 630. Seems to get stronger every time I pick up a big XP. Another level up. I'm going to go for more knitting needles, get that damage going. Become very powerful. And I actually really like the time stop mechanic this game has. It allows you to actually stop and think to make it more of a game of strategy and synergy rather than reflexes. God knows there's too many games of reflexes out there, and my aging brain can't handle it. Ooh, 10% cooldown reduction, faster cooldown. This affects the needles, the popcorn, and the reroll item sort of thing. So a lot of synergy there. Definitely want to stack that and become powerful over time. This is how I scale. Now, there is a timer at the bottom, slowly counting up, Vampire Survivor style, and the goal of this game is to survive to 10 minutes. As the enemies get harder, it won't be easy, that's for sure. Ooh, another level up. I guess I'll take another prism, a little more damage. I'm not having to use my rerolls, but I don't need to. These are good upgrades. Now, it should be noted this is just a demo for the game, so I expect it to be updated with more stuff over time, but right now I like trying to explore it and break it with what the game has. It's not often you get to explore this game in a pure, raw state like this, so I really want to take it in. One of my favorite periods of Luck Be A Landlord was that early phase, and I still really enjoy it now in its current state. Actually, I'm going to reroll right now, try to look for upgrades. Ooh, tier 5 prism, more beam DPS, love to see it. And it feels like the game is at its most raw then, you know, you want to just be as calculating as mathematical as possible. I find that to be pretty interesting. Also, a little quirk of this game, there's only a certain amount of upgrades you get, and I'm going to take damage because I'm dumb. Wait, no, I'm not, because I have popcorn. All right, so enemies freeze for a little bit when you take damage, and my popcorn now has a big cooldown on it. If I take damage while that still has a number on it, I will actually take damage, and screw it, I'm gonna keep leveling up the beams. Let's go, 5 beams now. So I do want to be careful, otherwise I'll have to start spending my life, but life can be a resource, so I'm not too worried overall. As I was saying, there seems to be like 2 types of upgrades. One that's like a pure attack, like a beam or a needles that'll directly deal damage, and other stuff that's a bit more synergy based, like, you know, popcorn or cooldown reduction. Seems to be on each side. There's 4 upgrades of each, which means that I kind of want to leave my options open. Take recycling, just upgrade the things I needed. Actually, I'm not quite sure if I should upgrade recycling. I already have 5. Do I really need more of those? Yeah, come to think about it, I think that was a slight miscalculation. Unless if I use all these rerolls eventually, which I might try to be a bit more aggressive with it. Just trying to pick the things I want and trying to neglect the things I don't want. Because am I really going to use all these rerolls? I mean, I might actually, yeah. I might, we'll see. More damage per second out of that. Grab another big one and wrap around. I gotta be careful with this train of cats. Thankfully, it's not too big, but, you know, every time I walk by sleeping cats, they can just get added to the train, and it kind of will be further and further away from me, which can often be tough. I think I just hit a floating cat. I told you, those things are the devil. Genuinely tough. Bring my popcorn cooldown down here. Get me through this. It's like the cats are always programmed to walk where you have walked. I don't want this. Let me use a reroll. Ooh, static electricity. They take more static charges for each tile traversed. That is excellent. A very major buff. It seems like static electricity has multiple ways to get stronger. The static damage, and ooh, I just took damage. That is 25 damage for being hit. I believe all the enemies will do that to me. As I was saying with static electricity, it's like, yeah, two ways to buff it. The amount of static charges and the amount of static damage that each charge will do. And this time, it's going to be static charge damage that's improved. Excellent. I definitely am of the opinion that higher tier upgrades is just better than spreading myself thin. And even though I can only get 8 different upgrades total, I definitely want to just focus heavily on the stuff I have. I don't actually know if there's an upgrade cap. And, oh, some of these cats are dangerously close. Don't want to stutter step at all here. If there isn't an upgrade cap, then yeah, I would love to just keep upgrading and upgrading and upgrading. But also, leveling up is harder and harder, so I don't know how many more upgrades I'll really be able to get before the end of the game. Ooh, cooldown reduction or knitting needles? I kind of want more damage, but I also want cooldown reduction. I'll take the knitting needles though. But those I think are both ones I want to heavy focus on right now. Grab this, quick stutter for the recycle, and come on over here. If you do the math, I am 3 hits for being dead. So maybe I should get a little bit of HP regen just so I can at least, at the very least, bring myself up to 4 hits from being dead. But that also might be even more valuable over time. This is not good. Let's reroll. Popcorn could be okay. I think I'm actually going to dig for either more damage or love. Just get a bit of healing in right there, because now I'm up to 76, which means I'm 4 hits away. Love to see that. And take a little green XP. That's a nice big one there. It's not as good as the big one, I believe, but still solid. I'm not quite sure if the big floaty cats get better whenever I collect the big orb, or if it's just the small cats. Yeah, maybe they all have the same amount of HP, but it feels like to me that the floaty cats are tankier. And I had to double back there. That was close. Some of these are dangerously close. Okay, take some homing needles. It gets me faster cooldown. And I could actually try to heavily go like needle synergy. That could be kind of fun, like needle plus cooldown, and just have a steady stream of them. We're past the 5.5 minute mark, so looking good. I see a little yellow orb in there. I want to get there, but they're basically puppy guarding it. Actually, speaking of puppies, that'd be a good addition to the game. Having some sort of dog that gets rid of the cats. Because that's just the food chain, isn't it? Cats eat mice, dogs eat cats. And then maybe the cats could fight back, something that gets the dogs. I don't know, I'm just spitballing here. I don't think I need more recycling. I'm a reroll, look for better upgrades. Static electricity or knitting needles. I'm actually gonna go knitting needles just because I like the idea of a knitting needle plus cooldown synergy. I don't know if it's better than static electricity. I do admit static electricity seems very powerful because it is just kind of guaranteed damage to everybody no matter what. Enemies are gonna move over time. I don't see a world in which they don't move, so I feel like it's always useful. And oh, you piece of shit. Get out of my way. Oh, just got it right from under your nose. Get absolutely owned. So I do admit it's good, and then knitting needles is just single target damage, but if I could get this into some sort of machine gun, that'd be fun too, because I love machine guns and absolutely break in the attack speed. Also, damn, I got a lot of these. I'm going to be taking damage here. I should have gone up. Don't need more recycling. Reroll for a bit. Ooh, energy, cooldown, or knitting needles. I see knitting needles. I take knitting needles, but I think energy drink will be like my second favorite. Picked up a pink gem. I'm not quite sure if the other gems have some sort of tier where like green is better than blue, yellow is better than green, pink is better than yellow. I'm not fully sure about that. Could be up for debate. And hold on, I think I'm actually going to double back in here. Yeah, there we go. Could have wrapped around the edge of the map. That would have been smart. Ooh, that enemy. That's a green floating enemy. Must be stronger, right? Yeah, there seems to be some sort of color hierarchy here. And the cats have gotten up to 2,000 HP. I think I'm going to have to take damage here. Down. Okay, I'm down to being 3 hits. Okay, the cats do occasionally double back. Do I need to heal more? If I'm a coward, yes. And I am, so I'm gonna heal more. I mean, who knows? You know, it's a lot of extra hits I can take, and I appreciate that. Gonna have to wrap around here, grab this. Although, I'm not really spending my rerolls. I feel like I've got to be a lot more liberal with rerolls. Start to only pick, like, the best of the best. Look at this. I got 11 of them now. Also, there's a cat kill counter. 200 cats. Absolutely bit the dust. Yeah, get owned cats. This is Jerry Town. Jerry owns this place, and you are merely a tenant. I haven't done more beams in a while. Yeah, but that's not direct synergy. I kind of want knitting needles or cooldown. Or popcorn. Let's reroll. A few times, it would seem. Okay, found energy drink at least. A little knitting needles buff. And thankfully, these cats are dumb. I was able to barely squeak past them. Just by the hair of my whiskers. And allow me to calculate. I don't think I'm actually going to be able to get the door. But okay, I need to stall these cat enemies, get them off to the side maybe. And once they're at the side, I then have a lot of space and time to kind of sneak in the center. There we go, get that. Thankfully, the following cats are not that dangerous. But actually, there's a whole horde of cats over here. So I might as well summon more enemies. Gives me more XP, and I can snowball with that. Once again, I'm going clockwise. Oop, this is going to hurt. Popcorn it is. Ooh, take the energy drink cooldown. Get that. Looks like it's a 2-second cooldown on the knitting needles. See if we can make that even better. Get juked, you fools. I'm going to start going counterclockwise at this point if I can help it. Wrap around this, and hopefully it's not too bad. Okay, looking good so far. I probably could wrap through the edge of the map. That's fine. Just as long as the cats are pretty close to me. I'm going to have to wrap through the top, I think. Yeah, I don't do that often. And I think if I wrap to the left, I can get around here. And my healing's doing me solid. I'm actually going to be at full pretty soon. So you know what? I'll take a hit just to get that little XP right now. I felt like I could take that damage. I wasn't scared of no cat. So here we are. Oh, another energy drink. Get that fast cooldown reduction. I think this is the type of reduction where if like I get 95% cooldown reduction, then I'm effectively attacking 20 times as fast. And yes, a 20x buff is amazing. So if I can get that to be over 50%, I will be swimming in it. Although I am reaching the 9-minute mark, so there is a limit to my power and a limit to theirs because they're just chilling out at about 2,500 HP. Kind of weak little bitches if you ask me, but ooh, even more cooldown reduction. Just get that going. Get my attacks back right away. We are looking at a 1.7 second reduction on the needles now. And that is having the appearance of a machine gun. Well, I think I just accidentally ran into a sleeping cat. Like a dunce. I think I just wanted to feel something, really. My mouse was tired of not being tickled, so I took matters into my own hands. You know what? Hurt me again. See if I care. You know what? Maybe I'll double back. No. I'll take the hit. Say whatever. I can still get hit 2 more times and live, and more with popcorn. Grab that. Run down here. I intentionally ran over that. I kind of thought I was going to wrap around the map. I mostly just miscalculated that. Gotta let it get a little close here and reroll looking for some of the good stuff. Like energy drink. Get that cooldown reduction. I think I invested a little bit too much into Prism if I wanted this crazy synergy to go. But there's no denying this is still solid too. And actually with all these enemies on the field, it's not like Prism's the worst thing ever. In fact, AoE seems pretty important right now, all things considered. I feel like also the cats are getting a little faster with time, like especially the floating cats. The ones that follow me are still going the same speed. I think it'd be broken if they were either faster or slower than me. But here we are, 10-minute mark, and now is the kill screen. Trust me, I'm not getting out of this alive. I could try to stall it. I could try to see how long it lasts, but it's just an endless stream of endless bitch floaty cats. Fuck you all. Fuck you all. I'm gonna wrap around here, try to get this here, and rip. And we got the stats. Okay, Stack Latrizzi just carried. So I'll be keeping my eye on this game. It seems like there's a lot that can be added to it, and I think the concept has promise. And I'd like to thank you all for watching. Hope you guys enjoyed. See you with this next time it gets an update. Have a wonderful day and peace.